This is a story about adult students who all have the same goal. They all want to earn their high school credentials, specifically through the GED. This is also my story. That's me up in the top left corner. I'm a GED teacher, and I have been on a 3-year journey to understand what this population needs to be successful. Semester after semester, local community colleges have offered free courses to students who want to earn their GEDs, just like this footage of me teaching online. In most community college programs, though, unfortunately, the earned GED rate is only about 5%. My goal is to take what I've learned from teaching GED students for 3 years in conjunction with my problem of practice research and data collection to help students across the United States move forward with their GED goals and beyond. So, first, let me tell you a little bit about the student population. At the start of every semester, we talk about goals, their reasons for getting it, and I found I can gently remind them of their whys when they're struggling when I know what their purpose is. And although their individual stories are unique, their stories are also all the same. They want to make someone proud, they want to move on to the next step, whatever that may look like. And on the first day of the new class, I ask about their timelines. Some students are pressured by their jobs to get their GEDs. It helps me to know their timeline so I can make sure I'm teaching at the appropriate speed. What's really interesting is that in 3 years, every student except one has had the same answer when I ask about their deadlines to finish, and they all say the same thing. So the fire is lit under my backside to get some serious math going. However, time and time again, when I encourage them to take the official test section, they always say the same thing. Oh, I'm not ready. Fortunately, through my training and education, I've cracked the code and I have helped almost 100% of my students earn their GEDs. And I'm so fortunate to get messages like this weekly. But while I'm grateful that I've helped a lot of students, can't even make a dent on my own. And it's time to make a bigger impact. When we started this course, I knew I'd finally have the opportunity to do something big.
And it's okay if it's small scale right now, especially if you're just starting in a
Dr. Cooper said start small. When I say the president, I meant the president of the GED testing services, Miss Vicki Green. Here's the timeline of our collaboration. I updated my website to pertain to all GED students, and then I sent her a savvy little email through LinkedIn. She responded and scheduled a call with me. We spoke for 30 minutes. I respectfully told her that GED.com is missing a critical component, the lack of connection to the adult learner. I told her I wanted to scale up what had been successful in my class. Specifically, I offered to teach weekly online classes on GED.com, and she said that the timing was perfect because she had been thinking about how to connect more with students. We also talked about vision and wanting to significantly increase the number of earned GEDs. See my furiously scribbled notes from our phone call when she said, "Let's work together." I have actual footage of me on our phone call when she said that. Next, I wanted to provide a proof of concept because I told President Green that I think we could accomplish this by scaling it up. And now the stakeholders were not just the adult learners, but also the GED testing service, a for profit business with a social impact. So I put together a proposal, a 10-minute video as an example. I outlined my plan to connect with students through weekly live classrooms, not for content, but for the purposes of mentoring, guiding, answering questions, and most importantly, getting to the underlying reasons of why students are afraid to test. So my success metric was going to be a trial run. I reached out to members of a GED Facebook group and found Carla. She and I met twice. I had this emoji over her face because although she agreed to a recording, she didn't sign a consent form. But I want you to notice her wringing hands and her body language. We spoke again a week later after I used specific interviewing with her. She had taken and passed the test. Notice her hands on her face. She kept saying how she just couldn't believe she had passed. Moving forward, I'm scaling again. I'm working with a group called Squarify to provide a live version of what I did with Carla to the 13,000 member Facebook group. President Green checked in with me and she said she loves what I'm doing. Please notice the all caps on love. And she and I are scheduled to speak again after I try the online live class. President Green and I are still at the very beginning steps of our partnership, so I provided the necessary background information to show what it has taken to get to this point. She said she thinks we'll be successful if we help just one student, but I think we can aim for a few more than that. Thanks so much for watching.